Today we determine the power of sour.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Are you okay?
I'm just preparing
Anticipating
my mouth.
that it's all gonna shrivel up today, guys, in the mouth area.
Right in here.
Okay.
Face.
Listen, we are very familiar with the Scoville scale of measuring the heat units of food, how hot a food can get, because we have eaten the hottest pepper in the world and regretted it. But what we discovered is that there is not a comparable scale for sourness.
Right, there is an acidity scale that has a lot of food on it, and then it goes up to battery acid, which is not a food, I don't think.
Don't eat that.
But I don't think that acidity is necessarily a measure of sourness. So we couldn't find an actual sourness scale. So we're just gonna determine it with our own human mouths.
That's right. Now it's time to determine the sourest food in the world.
According to us. Okay, so we've got a bunch of sour foods and we are going to taste them and then each rank them on a scale of 1 to 10, then we combine our scores and that is our collective sour score for that item.
All right, so let's get started with a familiar sour, lemons.
I'm familiar with those, I've seen those before.
I've seen videos of babies eating these.
I put those in my water at restaurants.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't order these in water because
A little water with lemon.
I think about the person touching it with their fingerlings and then it being dipped down.
I don't do that. I squeeze and then I set. You don't want to put the actual lemon in there.
So this score is I'm not gonna call it a baseline, but you know, it's a good point of comparison for the rest of the things we're gonna taste.
Things have got to get more sour than this, right?
So,
or is it sourer? Sourer.
All right, so let's
just go, really get a bite now. Just really get a bite.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Woo! Oh.
That makes you want to pucker, man. Wow, how'd you do that?
I just did it like an orange. I did it because you said, yeah, man, get it. And then you just went, and then you let go.
Well, I got the clench back here. Ging! It just gings on you.
You seen this? Tartar?
I'm giving this, you have a nosebleed too. Oh crap, Rhett.
Oh.
It's made his nose bleed.
Sour. It made my nose bleed? What? That's a record?
Just look up or something.
Gosh.
My nose isn't bleeding, is it?
Wow, this is so,
Is my nose?
This is like
Oh my
this
goodness.
is like we're going in space.
Just shove that up in there.
Take a break.
No, just shove it up in there. That's pretty dang sour. If it's gonna give him a nosebleed, I'm just gonna go right down the middle. I'm gonna give it a 5.
I feel like I was gonna give it a 5, but now that my nose is pouring out blood, I should give it a 6.
Okay. All right, so that is a cumulative score of 11.
Okay, well the bleeding has stopped.
For now.
Hopefully I'm gonna make, this could be the end, man. This could be my last episode. Like, my head could just melt off.
Well, you know what? Let's make it the best episode
Yes.
ever. I have cleansed my palate with some cinnamon water.
As I have.
To combat the sourness, and I'm ready to go.
Okay, have you ever been eating a grape and thought, you know, I wish this thing was covered in skin like an orange, but 5 times as impractical to eat and 10 times as sour? Well, you're in luck because that's a kumquat. Kumquat.
All right, here they are.
That's how you call it, kumquat.
They came hither. All right, I know about these because I had a little tree in my backyard.
I never actually ate one though.
I ate one.
I didn't know they were sour.
And then I just let them die on the vine. Well, it wasn't a vine, it was a tree, but they did die, and grab one there.
It does look like a grape-shaped orange.
And you eat the whole thing.
Oh, you're trolling me. I'm
Don't.
not going to eat the whole thing.
No, you do not peel it.
Just bite it whole?
Yeah, I'll bite half of it just to show them what it looks like if you're curious, and then
I'm a curious cat, Link. I'm always so curious.
All right.
Why don't you bite that in half for
Let's
me?
see if this tops lemons. Dink it. Woo! It's like juicing out my mouth.
You got a seed? I got a seed.
It's the aromatic nature of it. It's like coming out of my nose. It feels like sour smoke coming out of my nose. And then it goes away, and you're just chewing what seems to be like an orange rind.
It goes away faster than the sourness of a lemon. And I actually
But
don't
it's
know
immediately
if the,
stronger, I
I
think.
don't know if the peak was higher.
I will say that it had an intensity at the beginning, but then it trailed off a lot sooner than the lemon did.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, I just don't think they taste that great. It's an unnatural feeling.
It's unnatural.
To eat this rind. So I'm gonna give it a 4, and I'm also gonna give my kumquat tree away to anyone who wants it. It'll be on the curb.
I'm gonna go with what I was going to give a lemon because I feel like it was very intense and then it died off, but it did make my nose bleed. 5!
So, kumquats get a 9. All right, up next, if you've been to India or you're from India, then you know about this one. Bitter gourd juice. All right, I wonder if it's gonna be bitter. Well, bitter is not necessarily sour. Bitter is kind of like grapefruit, but is it also sour?
Looks like a Ghostbusters branded like juice from 1987.
Which is very cool.
I've got the Ecto Cooler.
Ecto juice.
Yeah, Ecto Cooler is what it was.
It doesn't smell like Ecto Cooler.
Oh.
Now, this is used in traditional medicine to treat all types of stuff from gout to diabetes.
You know a lot about it. It sounds like the kind of thing you would give to someone to like end a marriage in India. Like, he brought her the bitter gourd.
It'd be a euphemism. You wouldn't actually make anyone drink anything.
He brought out the bitter gourd last night?
Yeah. I think it's kind of heartless if, in addition to getting divorced, you have to drink sour juice. That's kind of insult to injury.
It's when you say something and you regret it later. I had to drink the bitter gourd juice on that one.
All right, let's do that.
Welcome to India.
Gotta apologize. Here we go. Ugh.
I would have sworn I got into something I shouldn't got into.
Ooh.
You know, I think this is antifreeze. Y'all trying to kill us.
I know.
We're drinking antifreeze on this show. What does this come to? Both nostrils gonna start bleeding.
It's not aromatic in any way. It bites my tongue and then it won't let go.
Is there is a purpose for this? That's medicinal?
Yeah, man. Gout.
It tastes like you accidentally picked up an old man's tobacco juice, like at the cupboard in Fuquay. It's like, oh, I reached for the Coke and I grabbed the tobacco spit.
Yeah, which he refrigerates for some good reason.
Well, it's turned green because I left it in there all summer.
The best thing about this is the soothing color. Yeah. Everything else is horrible.
The funny thing is it's just really bad. It's not sour the way that you would describe it. Bitter.
I would, only bitter. I think the sour component is actually kind of low.
Is there just a bad component?
Yeah.
I give it a 10 as far as being bad.
10 on badness.
But I'm going to give it a 3 of sours.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 too.
Oh, same wavelength.
So the cumulative score of bitter gourd juice, 6.
Now, I love to eat a hot dog with some sauerkraut on it, but I usually don't take it and squeeze it until the sauerkraut juice comes out, but apparently it's pretty sour. Sauerkraut juice. Boy, you really squeezed some hot dogs, Chase.
Well, I think he just bought sauerkraut. Oh god, it's heinous.
Oh my goodness. Well, how do you even come up with this? That we're gonna have to drink this?
It's like this part of my face starts to like go up.
Whoa, you got some serious cheekage, man.
Look at that, I can do that. I can create a flesh mustache on my own face.
It's like you could start crying and do that and like, it'd be like power washers. Like coming down the little rivers on your face and like, you could probably cut some diamonds with those. You ever thought about that?
Cut diamonds with my flesh mustache? All right, here we go. Dink it.
Here we go.
Drink it.
It's not bad. I kind of like it. I like to sprinkle it on stuff.
Really? You're crazy. You are crazy.
Get a little tube of it.
Get a little tube.
I'm one of those people that I like pull it out of my man purse at nice restaurants. I'm like, oh my God, put my own cheeks on it.
Here's the thing. Is there a difference between tangy and sour?
Is there a difference between tangy and sour?
Tangy, it's made you drunk. What's wrong with you? One sip and you're
I lost some blood earlier in this episode, man. I lost a lot of blood.
It's not as sour as the lemon. It's got this tangy tangness to it.
It's bitter. It's bitter.
But it's still a bitterness, not a sourness. Yeah, I'm giving this a 3. So it comes in
I give it a 3 as well.
So the sauerkraut juice comes in at a 6. Okay, generally when something says the word toxic on it, you don't immediately put it in your mouth, but we don't play by your rules, man. So we're gonna eat some toxic waste candy. Here it is. And these are black cherry flavored toxic waste, which our research tells us is the sourest of the toxic waste.
It makes them edible, right?
And when I smell it, it just smells like cherry. You can grab that.
It just doesn't,
Yeah, this is innocuous.
It just doesn't seem like it can do that much. When I'm holding like a really hot pepper, I'm thinking this is gonna kill me. This is gonna hurt for a long time. But you
it starts to emanate.
Just a piece of candy. You can't really do that much.
Candies are for kids.
Right. I mean, take it into the movie theater and you just watch something and you
dink it.
Can't hurt you that bad, right?
And sink it. Whoa.
Turn it in. Oh, Ray Charles over here.
It's getting worse.
Georgia. Georgia.
It's starting to subside a little bit.
Oh, my shoulders tense up. I want to go like that for some reason.
My eyeballs are crying.
It gets your eyeballs. It gets my shoulders. Everybody responds differently. Now it's just sweet.
Yeah, it was very.
Oh
wow!
It was very wow.
It was so wow. It was like needles, like where it hit my tongue. At first, I was like, "This is not that bad," and then it just on my tongue, and it stabbed my tongue repeatedly.
I don't, it was super sour. It was the sourest thing that I've ever tasted.
9.
But I don't feel like it tops out the list, so I was going to say 9.
Okay, so the toxic waste gets an 18.
Now this next item is so strong that you usually serve it with rice, but we don't need to soften any blows around here. We're gonna enjoy some pure pickled umeboshi plums.
Straight from Japan, umeboshi plums. Wow, okay.
They look like prunes. They look harmless.
I'm no longer gonna say anything looks harmless after the toxic waste, man. Ooh, they're mushy.
It kind of feels like you dip these in something.
Is that fermented?
It's very soft. I like the way it feels.
It's prunish.
We're gonna go full plum?
Yeah.
Umeboshi.
No! Ah!
It hurts! It hurts!
Are you sure this is safe?
On my throat.
We made it.
Oh my gosh. Guys.
We made it, Link. We made it to the other side of the umeboshi.
I can't believe how sour that was.
You can stop holding me now.
Oh man, and I feel like
it changed the physiology of my mouth.
Right, I feel like I got a facelift.
Did my teeth move?
No. Is my tongue bleeding?
No. I swear my molars moved.
Oh my boshi. As horrifying of an experience as that was, I highly recommend it.
I reserved a little space in the scale because of I didn't think the toxic waste was as sour could be. I didn't leave enough space.
No,
I'm going to 11.
I know, man. Tokyo, you can keep this one.
Whoa!
I also give it an 11. So the umeboshi gets 22.
So it is the most sour thing in the world, according to us. It's the sourest thing I've ever tasted.
There you have it, Mythical Beast. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends.
You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm Shabam.
And I'm Aya.
And we're from Manchester.
And it's my wedding.
And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Don't be sour that this episode's over. Enjoy our taste test videos on our taste test playlist. Link is in the description.
And first, click through to Good Mythical More, where we're gonna get the crew to eat some umeboshi and some toxic waste together.
We're gonna bond, let me tell you right now. A unisong about kissing a cousin. I have a thing that I want to tell you about.
My cousin is hot, and I kissed that cousin.
Feel a little weird about it, but that's all we did. I promise it was just a kiss.
I'm ready.
3, 2,
Hold on.
yes.
Don't swallow fast.
Don't swallow fast.
Chew a whole bunch and keep it in your mouth.
Work it around and swallow. 3, 2, 1, eat it!